The superhero genre has its roots deeply embedded in the golden age of comics in the 1930s and 1940s. It was a time when the world was in turmoil, and people sought solace and inspiration in the extraordinary tales spun in the pages of comic books. The larger-than-life characters who donned colorful costumes and fought against the forces of evil provided a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needed it. The first superheroes to make the jump from comic book pages to the silver screen were the iconic figures of Superman, Batman, and Captain America. With their unwavering sense of justice, these heroes captured the imagination of millions, creating a cultural phenomenon that has endured for over 80 years. The early adaptations such as Superman and the Mole Men and the Batman serials were modest in their production values, yet they were monumental in their impact, establishing the foundation for what superhero movies could be. They demonstrated that the fantastical, almost mythological narratives of comic books could be translated into motion pictures, opening up a new world of storytelling possibilities. These early films were not just about spectacle and action, they were about hope, courage, and the triumph of good over evil. They offered audiences an escape from the harsh realities of their times, while also inspiring them to believe in the potential for heroism within themselves. Characters like Superman, Batman, and Captain America leaped from the pages to the silver screen, offering audiences hope during turbulent times. Despite a strong start, the superhero genre faced a decline. As we moved into the 1950s and 60s, superhero films grappled with numerous challenges. The magic and wonder that once captivated audiences began to fade, and the genre slipped into what some might call a silver screen slump. From the lack of technological advancements to the limited storytelling, these superhero tales struggled to find their footing in the cinematic landscape. The heroes we once admired seemed to lose their luster. It was a difficult era, but it was also a time of reflection and evolution. The late 1970s and 80s marked a pivotal moment in the history of superhero films. A spark of revival was ignited with Richard Donner's Superman and Tim Burton's Batman. These films dared to reimagine the superhero narrative, to push the boundaries of what was possible. Donner's Superman soared above the clouds, breathing new life into the genre. Then came Tim Burton's Batman, with its unique visual style and complex characters. These films were more than just entertainment. They were a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring appeal of superheroes. These films showcased the potential of superhero narratives when combined with groundbreaking effects and compelling storytelling. They reminded us why we fell in love with these characters in the first place, and they set the stage for the superhero renaissance that was yet to come. The turn of the millennium brought a new era for superhero cinema. As the calendar pages flipped to the early 2000s, the world was introduced to a fresh wave of superhero films that would forever change the face of cinema. At the forefront of this revolution were two films that redefined the genre, X-Men and Spider-Man. Released in the year 2000 and 2002 respectively, these movies not only achieved commercial success, but also garnered critical acclaim. They proved that superhero films could be more than just flashy costumes and action-packed sequences. They could also weave intricate narratives, explore complex characters, and raise thought-provoking questions about identity, morality, and the nature of power. These films set the stage for the arrival of a cinematic juggernaut, the Dark Knight trilogy. Helmed by Christopher Nolan, this series elevated the superhero genre to new heights, blending gritty realism with philosophical depth. The trilogy's dark, sophisticated storytelling and its exploration of Batman's psyche resonated with audiences and critics alike, setting a new benchmark for superhero films. But the rise of the blockbusters didn't stop there. In the late 2000s, a new player entered the scene, ready to change the game once more: Marvel Studios. With the release of Iron Man in 2008, Marvel kicked off an ambitious project that was the first of its kind, a cinematic universe. This interconnected web of films allowed characters to cross over, storylines to intersect, and events in one film to have repercussions in another. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, was a resounding success, drawing in audiences with its engaging characters, epic story arcs, and a healthy dose of humor. These films paved the way for more sophisticated narratives and visual effects. They showed us that superhero movies could be more than just popcorn entertainment. They could also be thought-provoking, emotionally resonant works of art that reflect our world, our hopes, and our fears. And as we look to the future, it's clear that the superhero genre is only set to soar higher. The evolution of CGI has transformed superhero movies into visual spectacles. This revolution in technology has been a game changer in the way we perceive the extraordinary feats of our comic book heroes. In the early days, the magic of superheroes flying was achieved through practical effects, such as wires and blue screens. Remember Superman? The Man of Steel's flight scenes were an impressive feat for their time, but they pale in comparison to the jaw-dropping visual effects of today. With the advent of computer-generated imagery, or CGI, the cinematic landscape changed dramatically. Filmmakers were no longer limited by physical constraints. They could create entire worlds, bring mythical creatures to life, and showcase superpowers in all their glory. The transformation hasn't been overnight, of course. It's been a journey of gradual evolution, with each new film pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The CGI battles in modern superhero movies are a testament to this progress, offering audiences truly immersive experiences. Behind the scenes, the work is meticulous. Artists and engineers spend countless hours designing, rendering, and refining every detail. The result? Spectacular showdowns that are only limited by the imagination. And it's not just about the big battles. CGI also allows for subtler yet equally important enhancements. Enhanced facial expressions, detailed costumes, and even recreating entire characters. CGI has truly expanded the horizons of storytelling. The seamless integration of practical effects and digital enhancements has brought our favorite heroes and their powers to life in ways once thought impossible. Superhero movies are more than just entertainment. They've become part of our modern mythology. These cinematic sagas have weaved themselves into the fabric of our global culture, transcending borders, languages, and generations. Superheroes aren't just figures on a screen. They are symbols of hope, resilience, and the triumph of good over evil. Like the ancient myths of Hercules and Thor, these bigger-than-life characters inspire us to be better, to strive harder, to stand up in the face of adversity. The impact of these films isn't confined to the cinema. It spills out into the world, sparking global fan events that bring together communities of all ages and backgrounds. It's a sea of colorful costumes, passionate debates, and shared excitement that stretches from New York's Comic-Con to San Diego's famous Hall H merchandise. From action figures to video games, let fans bring a piece of this mythology into their everyday lives. They serve as an extension of the narrative, allowing the stories to evolve and live on beyond the silver screen. Furthermore, the diverse casts of these films reflect the world we live in today. They challenge stereotypes and champion representation, showing us that anyone can be a hero regardless of their race, gender, or background. Superhero films have truly become a mirror of our society. They reflect our values, struggles, and the universal desire for justice and heroism, resonating with audiences around the globe. As we look to the future, superhero movies continue to evolve. They are no longer confined to the traditional narratives we've come to know. With the rise of streaming services and the ever-increasing demand for fresh content, we're seeing more unique and diverse superhero stories emerging. From indie productions exploring unconventional heroes to big-budget films embracing characters from all walks of life, the genre is expanding in exciting ways. Moreover, the technological advancements in filmmaking are pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the silver screen. Imagine a world where virtual reality could place you right in the middle of an epic superhero battle, or where advancements in AI and machine learning could generate entirely new superhero characters and worlds. As we step into this new era, the possibilities are as limitless as the superheroes we adore. The journey from comics to blockbusters is far from over. From the inked pages of comic books to the dazzling displays of cinema, superhero movies have captivated audiences worldwide. We've journeyed through their evolution, from the birth in the Golden Age, through the trials and revival, to the rise of blockbuster hits. We witnessed the technological marvels that brought our heroes to life, and felt the cultural impact of these modern myths. The future holds exciting new horizons. Join us again as we continue to explore the remarkable journey of superhero films from comics to blockbusters. Before we close this chapter on the history of superhero films, we want to take a moment to appreciate all the viewers who journeyed with us. This video was produced by BenvistoTV. We are grateful for your time and attention. for every like, share, and comment. We couldn't do this without you. We are excited to continue exploring the world of superheroes and hope that you join us on this adventure. Remember, every view, every subscriber, every comment makes a difference. Thanks for watching, and until our next journey, stay super!